people get into political power very easily. Udayanidhi Stalin is there because of his grandfather Karunanidhi and because of his father Stalin. Somebody, if they have come up the hard way, seen real people, be a part of their struggle, they clearly know what to speak and what not to speak. This fellow has gone to all schools and colleges with his grandfather's letter. He got an admission. Sanatana Dharma, you go and Google, type, read a essential Hindu sacred textbook. You know it's a timeless Dharma. If there is a caste hierarchy, Sanatana Dharma never brought caste hierarchy inside. It is like missionaries who brought him, who solidified caste, who got the concept of caste, who got the concept of higher caste and lower caste. Even Manusmriti was routinely written, rewritten, again written, rewritten. That lot of passages got in where women were abused, caste hierarchy got solidified. These fellows don't have brain. That is why I used a word called dimwit. And these dimwits, now they come and they say, no, we didn't mean it. I'm sorry. That is why Rahul Gandhi is suffering because of using the wrong word and trying to defend it. It is not about Hindu outfits or Hindu leaders or people practicing Hindu religion criticizing. The word Sanatana Dharma, it is there even before Christian religion came or an Islamic religion came or for that matter any other religion came. Sanatana Dharma means eternal Dharma, timeless Dharma, a Dharma that will stand the test of time. That is the meaning of Sanatana Dharma. It is there for a long time. Even before what Udayanidhi in December 2022, he calls himself as a Christian. Even before that it came. Now, why what Udayanidhi spoke yesterday, every Indian, all the 142 crore Indians should condemn this because the visceral hatred for a particular religion has come out yesterday. Last year, every year the Dravida Kalagam and their like-minded people, they keep organizing some or the other conference. Last year it was Sanadana Opposing Conference. This year it is Sanadana Eradication Conference. They have gone one level up to say eradication. And the speech that he gave, I saw his speech also. I don't think he was speaking verbatim. If somebody is speaking verbatim, looking at people, then we can say probably the words got slipped out. He was reading from a prepared text, which means consciously the text was prepared. In a stage, he was reading it line by line. We can very clearly make out from his body language, where he says like cholera, like dengue, like mosquito, like COVID. Sanadana should be eradicated. Eradication of a particular culture. If I can equate some other word to it, it's called genocide. That is what Hitler did for Jews. And that is the level to which a sitting minister of Tamil Nadu government speaks it. So not only Hindu religion who are practicing, every person in India, all the 142 crore people of India should condemn it. Opposing is something different. Political ideology you can oppose. That's okay. You oppose, somebody will give another alternate ideology. That's okay. It's up to the people to accept it. Now you believe, since you have the power in hand and you are brazen enough to say we want to eradicate, it only shows what is the level of mindset they have and the kind of intelligence they have in their mind. Now, Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin and all the DMK people have to understand, Mughals tried, they couldn't do it. East India Company tried, they couldn't do it. The Christian missionaries who came only to southern part of India, specifically to Tirunelveli, to parts of Kanchipuram, Chennai, they tried their best in the late 1800s, they couldn't abolish it. Who's Udayanidhi Stalin to abolish Sanatana Dharma? It can never be abolished. And it only shows this government is essentially anti-Hindu. DMK government has got a visceral hatred for Hindu. That got manifested yesterday. A lot of our North Indian friends and people from other parts of India have seen. But for people in Tamil Nadu, it's a daily way of life. And very unfortunate, the temple administration minister, in Tamil Nadu we call the TNHRNC minister. The temple administration minister is also in the stage endorsing what Udayanidhi Stalin is speaking along with K. Veeramani. And this has to be roundly condemned. And this is also a fit case. And somebody has taken an oath on a constitution trying to serve the public. This happens because people get into political power very easily. Udayanidhi Stalin is there because of his grandfather Karunanidhi and because of his father Stalin. Somebody, if they have come up the hard way, seen real people, be a part of their struggle, they clearly know what to speak and what not to speak. Eradication. They want to eradicate. If you have to eradicate Sanatana Dharma, you got to finish off all temples. You got to kill off people's cultural practice. You got to finish off people's essential religious practice. This goes very deep into it. Now, the word eradication of Sanatana Dharma, for some people it might look, people who follow DMK or who are aligned with their ideology, it might look very simple to them. But if you look at the what we in Tamil we call the Utporul, if you look at the inner meaning of what they are trying to convey, it is the essential, the government's attitude has come out very openly. Every day it comes out little bit here and there. But yesterday, very clearly, they made a policy statement that is DMK for you. And he had the temple administration minister along with him and the whole ideological people along with him. And he said, like mosquito, like dengue, like COVID, it has to be completely wiped off the face of earth. That shows the visceral hatred. And this is a guy who in December 2022 said he's a proud Christian. For example, if you come to my room, my place where I worship my God, I'm a proud Hindu. But I also have a Bible, I also have a Quran, because when people gift it, out of love I carry and keep it with me. Now they have to understand, we all can follow our religion, it is okay. It is all okay. I'm a proud Hindu, I follow my own religion with a lot of pride. Doesn't mean I got any right to abuse a Christian or a Muslim. You cannot do that. But here, you come to the stage, you say, the Sanghis and Hindus will get angry with me because I'm a proud Christian. Then you say like this, it only shows the visceral hatred. And this is a land of spirituality, this is a land of temples. And this goes back long back, sir. And for people, if we go back into the history, 1941, we all know when EVR, Ramasamy Naikar, Periyar, who was their ideologue, they said British should not leave India and India should not get self-government. He was talking like that. And this party derives its ideological leaning from Mr. EVR, Mr. Periyar. Then later, they wanted a Dravidistan. They said this is a separate land. They went and met Jinnah, Aryan invasion theory. This is Aryan is separate, Dravidian is separate. And they wanted to go with Jinnah. They said, you take Pakistan, we take Dravidistan. India will be two parts. And Jinnah luckily understood what nonsense these guys are speaking. And he quietly went off. Then the great Ambedkar ji, he said, if there is a good place for Aryan invasion theory, it is the dustbin. He says dustbin is the place where the Aryan invasion theory belong, or the Aryan Dravidian, the race theory belong. Now, how did this theory originate? That is why I used the word called Christian missionaries in my tweet yesterday. When they couldn't break the Sanatana Dharma in India, people came to country one after the other. Robert Caldwell came. He started writing books. He wanted to break the southern part, especially Tirunelveli. So he wanted to break the Nadar community. So he called them as Sanars, people who climb up the tree. And he spoke such nonsense in his book. They said they don't belong to Hindi religion only. They're essentially somebody different. After a lot of hue and cry, then book got banned. Then Robert Caldwell went one step further. Then they started propagating this myth called the Aryan Dravidian invasion theory. Then G.U. Pope came, a translator. So he took the Tamil religious text. He essentially sucked out the spirituality in all the text, including Tirukkural. They translated to English. Then we have the Mullers of Germany. Then later, when the Mohenjo-daro excavation was happening, then we had John Marshall, who spoke about Aryan Dravidian, Aryan invasion theory. Now we have to understand, this is a planned agenda that happened between the late 1800s and the earlier part of 1900. So where essentially a group of Christian missionary who came to the southern part of India, specifically to Tamil Nadu for conversion purpose, they started putting this theory. Then it started picking up in other parts of India where people had the similar mindset. This theory never had a place in India's history for a long time. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji celebrates Kasi Tamil Sangamam, it's a continuity that was broken for the last 450 years, where people before went here all the way to Kashi. That is why we have a place called Shivakasi, we have a place called Tenkasi, where our Padayatra 2 is starting from tomorrow. So this was a country that was unified by Yatris, by pilgrims. That is why we were called as Bharatiyas, Bharats. The later the Christian missionaries, very selectively for about 60-70 years, propagated this myth and theory. Then Periyar came, then DMK came in 1949, then they catch hold of that theory, and still they spew nonsense. So 1971, if you remember, that is a time in Salem. They started this conference of putting chapel garland to Lord Ram. If you remember, after that instant, when MGRG came into picture, 1972, DMK was completely kept away from Tamil Nadu politics till MGR was alive. We have to understand, because MGR was seen as spiritual. MGR is seen as nationalist. Once Tamil Nadu got a leader of that cult, immediately they said, we don't want DMK. Elections after elections, DMK got defeated. That is the history. We have to understand the right perspective from history. 1971, you put Chapal Mala to Lord Ram. 72, MGRG folded a party. Next election, 77, he won an election. Continuously, MGRG was in power. That is why you see this DMK will be kept out of power for a long time. When Madam Jayalalitha was there, for 10 continuous years, they were kept out of power, because Tamil Nadu essentially hates people who propagate this kind of theory. ADMK came as an offshoot from DMK. But Madam Jayalalitha or Purachi Thalaivar Dr. MGR never spoke this kind of words. That is why they were accepted by the people. But DMK, that is why they knew they can come never alone in Tamil Nadu election. That is why they come with an alliance. DMK has never contested an election on their own because they speak this. People don't vote for them essentially. They bring Congress because they wanted the minority votes. Then they bring 5 caste parties along with them. They want that caste votes. Then they bring this parties. They come with an alliance of 13 people in all elections. So if you understand Tamil Nadu politics very keenly, DMK also knows if they stand alone in any election, DMK is the oldest political party in our country. 1949 it started. The oldest political party in our country cannot contest elections alone in Tamil Nadu because they know for the kind of language they speak, people are not going to vote. So I don't agree to the fact people are accepting the DMK's version. People don't accept the DMK's version. DMK's calculation is by arithmetic they come to power, by addition of votes. This community, that community, the days are also getting numbered. Once a strong leader comes, they're able to propagate an ideology better. Tamil Nadu will naturally shift. 2024 you will see. What is the fake news? What is the fake news? There is a video to see.
The conference itself named as a
eradication, where he says, I want to take mosquito like dengue, like COVID, I want to abolish it. So is there a better word than genocide? What caste hierarchy? Sanatana Dharma, did they say caste hierarchy? Who said Sanatana Dharma is caste hierarchy? Who said Sanatana Dharma is caste hierarchy? Sanatana Dharma, the word, that is why instead of using father's name and getting admission in Don Bosco and Loyola College, in merit somebody should study and come to politics. This fellow has gone to all schools and colleges with his grandfather's letter, he got an admission. Sanatana Dharma, you go and Google, type, read a essential Hindu sacred textbook, you know it's a timeless Dharma. If there is a caste hierarchy, Sanatana Dharma never brought caste hierarchy inside. It is like missionaries who brought in, who solidified caste, who got the concept of caste, who got the concept of higher caste and lower caste. Even Manusmriti was routinely written, rewritten, again written, rewritten. That lot of passages got in where women were abused, caste hierarchy got solidified. These fellows don't have brain. That is why I used a word called dimwit. Any person of this level who is a minister should not be a dimwit. Should have the basic understanding of what is an essential religious practice. Now that is why the Congress people across India are condemning Udayanidhi Stalin. If you remember the INDA, look, this people are essentially this people, Karthik Chidambaram. Brother, I'm again telling you, you should come in your particular merit to politics. Why Modi ji hates dynastic politics? When you don't have brain, when you come with your father's name, this is what the dimwits will do. That is why Modi ji hates dynastic politics. Dynastic politics will never allow a merit-based, social justice-oriented people to come up in politics. You have your father's name, you have a safe constituency, go and contest in your father's name, get the votes, come and sit. That doesn't give any leeway for you to spew hatred and venom. You have to understand this concept very, very clear. Any self-made man will never talk. A man who has come up the hard way, seeing the struggles of life. When the INDA alliance happened in Mumbai, so outside the airport there were saffron flags. Uddhav Thackeray and faction were saying, no, this is like Hindu Dharma we will keep. Then inside that room, when the INDA alliance was happening, when Mr. M.K. Stalin was sitting in the room, they get Bharat Mata picture. We all know they are doing drama for the sake of votes. Essentially, they don't believe in what they say. But that is a conference where Mr. M.K. Stalin went and said, he could have protested. He could have said, no, I will not come outside the airport because you put a saffron flag. Or he would have said, I will not enter this particular hotel because you put Bharat Mata. Where did he go and sit? Because that is accepted by the whole of country. Even by Tamil Nadu people, all it needs one election, one good leader, one ideological grounding for it to disprove the myth that DMK is winning because of its anti-Hindu stance. DMK is winning not because of anti-Hindu stance, because of its arithmetic coalition. And their days are getting numbered. That is why you see 1949, one of the oldest political party in India, for a long time, they were kept only out of power. The number of times they were in power is less than the number of times they were out of power. Why we are scared of IND alliance? Now the DMK fellows have to go and re-examine their brain. Somebody in a TV, from a prepared statement, talks about abolition, talks about eradication. I have studied engineering, I have studied MBA, I have come up the hard way, I have no little knowledge in life. I have gone to schools, I have studied, so I am an educated person. For me, that word is genocide. I don't see there is a better word or I can find an equivalent word to it. That is why the DMK dimwit should go to a dictionary and see what is eradication of a culture. If you want to eradicate the Jewish culture, it is called genocide. Is there a better word than that? And these dimwits, now they come and they say, no, we didn't mean it. I'm sorry. That is why Rahul Gandhi is suffering because of using the wrong word and trying to defend it. Udayanidhi Stalin will also have the same fate. You can manage judges here, judges there. It's okay. But it has to go to Supreme Court. Somebody will take it to Supreme Court. It's a matter of time. So you cannot just say anything and escape. This is not a land of your father and grandfather where you can manage everything and keep escaping.
So how BJP is going to take forward?
But you will wait and see, sir.